Right now on Good Morning Northwest, gusty winds fan the flames of multiple vegetation fires across our region. We've got the very latest. The Yakima Police Department releases new information about a shooting outside the Seasons Performance Hall and the victim of this crime. And recognizing the signs of domestic violence, how early intervention could save someone's life. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jill Sperling. It is 5 o'clock on Wednesday, June 12th. We'll get to our local fire coverage in just a moment, but first let's check in with the forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, windy conditions yesterday were an issue for crews fighting fires in our area. Are we going to see a reprieve from those wind gusts today?
We are, and those wind speeds have already really come down, Jill, overnight into this morning, which is good news. But we saw wind gusts yesterday, 40 up to 50 miles per hour. So those were certainly an issue for fire crews yesterday. Now those sustained winds are anywhere from 6 to about 17 miles per hour, a little bit stronger just west of the Tri-Cities. But these wind speeds will continue to come down in intensity and they'll stay on the light side today. Temperatures are on the chilly side. We're at 45 in Tri-Cities, 50s in Walla Walla, 54 in Hermiston, 49 in Prosser, and 49 in Yakima. So it is a bit cooler than where we were sitting at this time yesterday. Here's the forecast for today. Overall cooler than yesterday, not nearly as windy. Those are the two takeaways. Plenty of sunshine. By 8, Yakima should be up to 58, 71 by noon, 80 degrees by 5. Tri-Cities, middle 50s at 8, middle 70s at noon, 82 degrees, which is right around average. And then Walla Walla, we're talking about lower 60s at 8 o'clock, climbing into the upper 70s. We're still tracking a big cool down for Father's Day weekend. We'll have those details coming up. Jill, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. We start with the volatile situation fire crews were dealing with yesterday afternoon. Multiple fires broke out across our region, fanned by the gusty winds. One of those fires broke out late in the afternoon in Benton City. Our Monique Ledesma spoke to fire officials about the resources used to bring it under control.
At around 4 p.m., fire officials received a call about a fire in Benton City. Now I spoke to a fire official and he said these are some of the resources that were used to help put out this fire.
Multiple agencies out here between wildland units and also their type 1 engines, which are structure engines, and we're just launching air resources right now to help us with this fire.
Homeowners across the street from the fire say they weren't home at the start of the fire, but once they heard of the fire, they immediately went home to check on family members that were home.
I was in Richland, so I had to hurry up through Hanford traffic to get over here to make sure that my family was safe.
I was a little panicked, to be honest. Like, anytime it could, jump from house to house. So I was like, first thing on my mind was to get home, get the kids, get stuff packed in case they evacuate or something. So I was a little nervous.
Now for more information about this fire, we'll have it later on at 5 and 6 p.m. For now, reporting in Benton City, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
And this fire is now fully contained. Well, we've been talking about the increasing fire danger after several days of hot, dry weather and, of course, the windy conditions. And wind was a big factor in Findlay yesterday afternoon, where this fire sent dark smoke pouring into the same area that's been dealing with the Lineage Logistics Warehouse fire. Benton County Fire District 1 says the fire impacted a building and around 10 vehicles. The fire district says sheriff's deputies did go to several homes near Riverview High School, warning people they might need to leave their homes. The fire was considered contained within a couple of hours. Well, Benton County Fire District 1 also responded to the area of Ridgeline Drive and Interstate 82 barely 15 minutes after the first call for the structure fire in Findlay. The Kennewick Police and Fire Department assisted in battling the blaze that began on Interstate 82 near milepost 109. Officials say the flames had jumped the freeway and the blaze spread to dry brush behind the Badger Canyon apartments. Law enforcement closed Ridgeline Drive for a short time. The apartment complex did not get evacuated, but residents told our crew on scene the fire alarms went off to alert residents of the blaze. Also, fire crews in Yakima were battling a fire that spread rapidly in yesterday's windy conditions. It broke out in the area of North 15th and Marsh Road in Terrace Heights. Level 2 evacuation notices went out to nearby residents, but they were later downgraded and have now been lifted. Another blaze broke out, this one in Pasco just before 4 p.m. Crews were dispatched to Road 68 right off Interstate 182. Smoke was thick and many drivers could barely see, so a portion of the road was closed, but it has been reopened. Pasco Fire and WSP responded. No word yet on what sparked this blaze. This morning, we're learning the details around an arrest in Walla Walla last week. According to the Walla Walla Police Department, 22-year-old Julian Saldana was arrested on June 5th following a months-long investigation. Officials say they received information in April that Saldana had assaulted a juvenile. That victim reportedly saying Saldana had threatened them with a firearm after an initial sexual assault report had been made. Saldana was arrested in the downtown area on the morning of June 5th. Now, a search warrant was executed at his home on East Cherry Street, where police say a gun was found. Saldana was booked into the Walla Walla County Jail on rape and assault charges, supplying liquor to a minor and intimidating a witness, among other firearms-related charges. His girlfriend was also arrested for assault and discharging a laser in connection with Saldana's charges. Following up now on a shooting outside the Seasons Performance Hall Friday night that left a man dead. Police say the artists performing were known gang affiliates who posted about their affiliation on social media. The concert was over, but people were hanging out outside. Police say someone opened fire from inside a vehicle and armed attendees fired back. During this, police say the victim, 38-year-old James Collinger, was fatally shot while passing by. They say he was not a concert goer and had no gang affiliation. About 40 minutes to an hour later, police say a man with a gang affiliation showed up at Astoria Toppenish Hospital with a gunshot wound.
Just the time and circumstances made us believe that he potentially was involved, but we haven't been able to determine whether or not he was or not.
3 people were detained at the scene, and police say one was arrested on a concealed pistol license violation. Police say officers were aware of the event, but they were on minimum staffing that night and didn't have extra officers to put on patrolling that area. The Yakima Domestic Violence Coalition held a meeting yesterday featuring consultant Kelsey McKay, an expert on strangulation and its connection to intimate partner violence and homicide. McKay says 43% of women killed in domestic violence situations experienced strangulations in the year leading up to their death. She says if people can recognize the signs of someone who's been strangled, they might be able to intervene before it's too late.
The more people in our communities who know what they're seeing or what to do, the more we can improve our response and prevent homicides and all of the pain and suffering that comes as a result of these types of abuse and violence.
She says when an abuser uses non-fatal strangulation, that victim is 7 times more likely to be murdered by that perpetrator. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, if you've switched to a plant-based diet for the sake of your health, there's something you need to know. When we come back, we'll take a look at a study that shows plant-based junk foods could be putting your health at risk. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
From real quality that starts in our factory to real performance in your backyard, Steel tools are as tough and dependable as the people who use them. This Father's Day, give him the gift that's built for Dad. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real Steel.
Welcome to Beaver Valley Lodge, your rustic lodging and event venue in the beautiful Leavenworth, Washington. Experience the great outdoors and enjoy the beauty of the mountains as you stay with us on our 50 acres in the Cascade Foothills. Whether you're joining us for a wedding, retreat, vacation, or family reunion, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. We make it our goal for you to come as a guest, but leave as a friend. Book your stay today at beavervalleylodge.com.
Free flags, sweet treats, and more.
Hi, I'm Stacy Lee with Apple Valley News Now's Great American Flag Giveaway. This Friday, starting at 11, come to Tri-Cities Chaplaincy, where the first 50 guests get a new, full-sized American flag.
At Tri-Cities Chaplaincy, our goal is to guide the community to live their best lives, even and especially through the end of life. Come learn about our programs and pick up an American flag at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy. Visit us June 14th from 11 to 1 at 1480 Fowler Street, Richland.
No matter what roads lead you home, McCurley Mazda is about to make your journey even better. Whether it's cruising riverside highways, winding vineyard trails, or anywhere else your travels take you, now is the perfect time to upgrade your way home. Visit McCurley in the Pasco Autoplex today for this special offer.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing up to 60 months from McCurley Mazda.
Kick off the Memorial Aquatic Park summer season on June 13th at 3 p.m. with our $3 Schools Out special. The 1 p.m. daily open swim will then begin on June 14th for the rest of the summer. Get your season pass, inquire about swim lessons, or sign up for a swim team today. Join all the special events that Pasco Parks and Recreation has to offer all summer long. You can learn more at PascoParksandRec.com. Get fit, have fun, and do more with Pasco Parks and Rec.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222. Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
In your health headlines this morning, if you've switched to a plant-based diet for your health, you'll probably still want to skip the junk food. According to a study published in the journal The Lancet Regional Health, ultra-processed plant-based foods have now been linked to heart disease and early death. That means mac and cheese, veggie pizza, or even French fries from your favorite fast food stop could be putting you at risk. The study authors looked at data from more than 100,000 people who answered questions about their diet. That information was later tied to hospital and mortality records. Researchers found plant-based junk foods dramatically raised bad cholesterol and high blood pressure and increased the risk of heart disease and early death. A tech startup company in Alabama has created a new device to combat drug overdoses. It's just a prototype right now, but the overdose detection device is worn on the wrist to detect changes in blood oxygen levels. If levels drop, as they can during an opioid overdose, an alert is sent to an emergency contact. That person is then responsible for contacting emergency services or administering life-saving aid like the overdose reversal drug Narcan. The device's creator previously suffered from drug addiction.
Because of that solitary nature of addiction and the throes of it, right, there's nobody there to identify the overdose happening. So you have 30,000 people here, theoretically, right, armed with Narcan, but the missing link is OD Revive that connects the person who has the Narcan to the person who's having the overdose.
Next up for the new device, it heads to a test group. The startup is also looking into federal and state funding. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a proposal for expanding the Three Rivers Convention Center has been approved. We've got the details on this massive addition and what it could mean for the local economy. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. We'll be right back.
You've got 4 days, and 4 days only to save like never before. During the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or 5 years no interest and no down payment. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com. For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Researching childhood vaccines often feels like this.
When T lymphocytes recognize antigens,
They are lying to us. Vaccines are just another plot to make money.
The most important thing parents should know about vaccines is...
Accept my cookies. Sign up for the newsletter. Sorry, you've reached your free article limit.
There's a simpler way to get answers. Visit vaccinesmartwa.org.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry. Giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
A lot is changing in our community right now. New roads, new schools, and new opportunities. We're growing, and that means there are more cars on our streets than ever before. That's why we're expanding our facilities and services. So no matter what roads lie ahead, you'll always find your way home.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Chevy Silverado with financing as low as 1.9% from McCurley Chevrolet.
At Denver Mattress, we're all about that sleep life. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get 5 years, no interest, no down payment, plus free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. The wind was an issue yesterday as expected. We saw wind gusts as high as 47 miles per hour in the Tri-Cities, 46 in Ellensburg, 44 in Pendleton, 41 Hermiston, Yakima 40 miles per hour and 35 mile per hour wind gusts in Walla Walla. So that is why conditions worsened and we had the fires ongoing and spread pretty quickly with those strong winds yesterday. Now, the good news is that those wind speeds have really come down. Now those winds are anywhere from 5 to about 11 miles per hour, and we are looking at light winds throughout the day today. So that should put our fire risk at a much lower state today, thankfully. Taking a live look out of our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam, we do have some mid-level clouds out there streaming in across the sky. All in all, it's a nice start, a little bit of a chilly start out there. We're down to 45 in Tri-Cities, 52 in Walla Walla, 49 Connell, 49 in Prosser, and 49 in Yakima. I know we hit 90 yesterday, but you may need the jacket back out of the closet this morning with these temperatures in the 40s, a little bit of a chill in the air. Now, we don't have to worry about any wind gusts right now, and we're not going to have to worry about any wind gusts throughout the day today. Those winds ranging between 5 and 10 miles per hour. There's the storm system that pushed across our region yesterday, that front well to the east, and we are going to be cooling things down a little bit behind that system, behind the front. So today should be a good 8 degrees cooler than what it felt like yesterday afternoon. Here's the setup. We have our system to the east, so today's a little bit cooler as we're in between systems. Now tomorrow, high pressure moves right back in briefly, so we're going to warm things up again tomorrow, and then we're tracking a very large upper level system. You can see that big dip in the jet stream offshore on Friday. This system will bring us more clouds, it'll bring us more wind, unfortunately, and a big cool down as we head into Father's Day weekend. So let's talk highs for today. We're talking about highs in the upper upper 70s, lower 80s. This is actually right around average for this time of year. 78 in Walla Walla, 82 in the Tri-Cities, 81 in Hanford, and 80 degrees in Yakima. Tonight, clear and chilly once again, so it's going to be another cooler start tomorrow morning. So if you need the jacket this morning, you'll definitely need it tomorrow morning as well, with widespread 40s out there. Tomorrow afternoon, we're heating up once again with highs rebounding back into the middle 80s, 87 Tri-Cities, 84 in Pendleton, 87 in Hermiston, and 84 degrees in Yakima. Your 7-day forecast showing that the wind picks up Friday and Saturday, but look at that cool down. We're talking about we dropped from 80 Friday down into the middle 70s Saturday, Sunday, lows down into the 40s. Yakima 80 today, up to 84 tomorrow, and then 60s as we head into Saturday and Sunday. That is very cool for this time of year. Walla Walla 78 today. We're back in the 80s tomorrow, but that doesn't last. 77 breezy Friday. Look at Saturday, breezy. Highs only around 70. 70 degrees on Father's Day in Walla Walla. 81 Hermiston, 87 tomorrow, and then the wind picks up Friday, Saturday as we cool things down with highs in the lower 70s and lows in the 40s. Jill?
Thank you, Tiffany. It's been 12 years since a proposition was conceptualized to overhaul the look of the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick. The Kennewick City Council unanimously accepted the resolution to proceed with the expansion project last week. We have some flyby renderings of the project to share with you, which includes new high-rise buildings. Our Austin Reed with the story.
So we're looking down, so we're down here, looking down that way, which is where everything's going to go.
Three Rivers Convention Center Executive Director Corey Pearson is head over heels at the moment.
One of the things that happened is we tried to get this passed as a vote, and the voters came back and said, I don't use the convention center, we don't want to support the convention center, so City Council asked us to go get a public-private partnership. And with that, we're looking at a new hotel, retail space, and then the second phase of that is high-rise towers, with residential, commercial, office, a lot of different things in it, so to just transform this whole area.
The addition to the convention center will add 60,000 square feet of exhibit space, as well as 70,000 square feet of additional meeting rooms, a new lobby, and support space. Pearson told me on Tuesday that this expansion could help bring bigger acts and will ultimately bring an economic boost for not just Kennewick, but all of Southeast Washington.
So this is all, this is phase one. Phase two, they want to add, and we still don't know how that's going to lay out, but adding those towers.
There will be phases of the expansion. Later phases include those 3 high-rise towers. Think 10 to 12 stories each tall, plus a new parking garage. The expansion is also expected to generate close to 200,000 attendees and more than 70,000 room nights annually.
We're looking, as our architect says, to create sticky architecture. So when people come, they want to stay. It's a place to kind of hang out, things to do, just so that it's not all headlights and all taillights when, the events come.
Current plans anticipate the doors to the new expanded space in phase one will open in summer 2026. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a fantasy horror film is returning to theaters. We'll tell you which one when we come back. We also take a look at a movie about a shipwrecked android who has to learn to live with animals. That's all coming up in your entertainment news.
You're gonna need a new bumper. Did you say burger? Guac? Santa Fe burger sauce. Burger. Jalapeno pepper. Burger. Cheese. Burger. Spicy cheese bacon. Guac. Cheese. Bacon.
Carl's Jr. El Diablo is back. Get a single for $5.99.
Hey, burger! Get burger.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Attention all steak lovers. Stop by Famous Dave's for our smoking ribeye and shrimp combo for only $19.99. Juicy ribeye steak, fried shrimp, choice of 2 sides and a cornbread muffin for only $19.99 at Famous Dave's.
This week, the best place to start your day is GMA.
This is awesome.
With Tony Hale live. Plus, get ready to say yes, chef, with the Bears' Iowa Debris.
Definitely.
You gotta see this on GMA.
I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
Lybalvi helps us push back against bipolar 1.
Once daily prescription Lybalvi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Lybalvi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The samidorphan in Lybalvi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, feel faint, very dizzy or confused, or have a fever, stiff muscles, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing, or falls.
Are you ready? Ask your doctor about Lybalvi. Looking for copay savings? For info, text copay to 45286.
Listen up. You've got 4 days and 4 days only to save like never before during the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. No limit. You'll also find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, dining tables and chairs, bedrooms, and much, much more. Or 5 years, no interest, and no down payment. But don't wait. The 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Give in to your devilish desires. Scorch your taste buds. It's Carl's Jr.'s El Diablo Burger.
I'm short on cash.
It's just $5.99.
Fine.
The Carl's Jr. El Diablo Single, just $5.99.
Big burger. Good burger.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today in entertainment news, two very different animated movies, both about finding your place in the world. David Daniel has a look in our Hollywood Minute.
We've been waiting for you, Coraline.
If you've been waiting to see Coraline on the big screen again, you're in luck. Henry Selick's stop-motion fantasy horror film based on the Neil Gaiman novella is returning to theaters remastered in stereoscopic 3D. You can revisit the other world for 1 week beginning August 15th. More info at Coraline.com.
Incident report. At 0300 hours, a number of Universal Dynamics robots were lost in a typhoon. Chance of recovery is unlikely.
Here's a look at the new trailer for The Wild Robot, about an android shipwrecked on an island who has to learn to adapt to life with the animals. The voice cast includes Lupita Nyong'o, Pedro Pascal, Catherine O'Hara, Bill Nighy, Stephanie Hsu, and Mark Hamill. The Wild Robot lands in theaters September 27th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And in more entertainment news, BTS member Jin has completed his mandatory military service in South Korea after spending 18 months on duty. The 31-year-old K-pop star was seen departing a military base wearing his service attire. Military service is compulsory for men in South Korea, with almost all able-bodied persons being required to serve in the Army for 18 months by the age of 28. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a 17-year-old student was shot and killed outside a Seattle high school, and now community leaders are calling for an end to violence against young people. We have the story. Also, why the Horn Rapids campground facility is closed to campers, and what to do if you have reservations. We'll be right back. Right now on Good Morning Northwest, community leaders calling for an end to violence against young people after a 17-year-old was shot and killed outside a Washington school. An outdoor Tri-Cities facility is closed. We have the reason why. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jill Sperling. It is Wednesday, June 12th. Let's check in right away this morning on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, it has been quite hot recently, and dry conditions aren't helping the fire situation. Any changes on the horizon?
We do have some good changes in store for today, Jill. The winds have subsided overnight, and the winds will stay between 5 and 10 miles per hour throughout the day today. So that's certainly good news for fire crews. It was a very active day yesterday. Check out these peak wind gusts. Tri-Cities, we saw a peak wind gust of 47 miles per hour, 46 in Ellensburg, 44 was the top gust in Pendleton, 41 in Hermiston, 40 in Yakima, and 35 in Walla Walla. So no wonder the winds were contributing to the worsening fires, allowing them to spread even more yesterday. Here are the winds this morning, anywhere between 0 and 11 miles per hour. So we're doing much better to start off your Wednesday. Temperatures are on the chilly side for many of us. We're down to 45 in Tri-Cities, 52 in Walla Walla, 54 in Hermiston, 45 in Prosser, and 49 in Yakima. So you may need that light jacket as you step outside and head off to work this morning. 82 degrees this evening, a picture perfect mid-June afternoon, but we're looking at a big cool down on the way for Father's Day weekend. We'll have that, and we'll also have your boating forecast coming up in a bit. Jill, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. A 17-year-old student was shot and killed in front of a Seattle school last week. Now, community leaders are calling for an end to violence against young people. Denise Whitaker reports.
In the name of Jesus, like never before, oh God.
Prayers, pastors, and parents greeted students returning to Garfield High School just days after 17-year-old Amar Murphy Payne was shot and killed while trying to break up a fight. The support intended to show that every new day is a chance to look at things through a different lens.
Continue to reach out to those that you trust to help you walk through what you're dealing with.
This is our season to heal.
Superintendent Brent Jones said the next season is for strategy. But what are the solutions?
We need parents, uncles, aunts, employers to tell these kids, you cannot be packing heat, because every argument turns into a gunfight.
Governor Jay Inslee tells me he came to the school today to meet with Principal Terrence Hart and show his support.
Do you feel as though the state needs to put more money into health counselors, mental health counselors for these kids?
This is a multi-pronged effort. There's no one solution.
Garfield High School lists just 4 counselors. The student body here, 1,652. That's a ratio of 413 students per counselor.
My heart goes out to them, and just walking the street, it just hurts.
Helen Sullivan could barely hold back her tears. She didn't want to be on camera. Holding her 50-year-old yearbook, she said she came here to see how she might be able to help. In addition to counseling, Governor Inslee also tells me he'd like to find additional security.
But ultimately, the solution to this is keep these guns away from these kids. Because every time 2 boys get into an argument now, it's a gunfight. That's got to stop.
Police are still working to identify and apprehend a suspect in the shooting death. In the U.S. this year alone, there have been at least 86 unintentional shootings by children, resulting in more than 30 deaths, according to the Everytown for Gun Safety organization. The organization says many of these deaths could have been prevented just by having a conversation with your child. This isn't about gun ownership rights, it's about gun ownership responsibility and making sure your firearm is properly stored out of reach of children. Officials say it's also about talking to the parents of your children's friends.
Say, hey, how do you store your firearms? Or do you have an unsecured firearm in your home? Or do you keep your guns locked up in your home? And just have it in the flow of your conversation that you would normally have with families.
Officials say remember 3 simple things: keep guns unloaded, locked, and stored separately from ammunition. The families of 19 students and 2 teachers who were killed in the attacks at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde have filed legal action against FedEx and UPS. They accuse the companies of multiple oversights when the weapons were shipped to the shooter. FedEx is accused of shipping the AR-15 style rifle the shooter used in his rampage and delivering it to a gun store. The carrier is also accused of not verifying the buyer's age. The lawsuit also claims UPS aided in the illegal sale of a trigger system the shooter used, saying it failed to screen the package before it was sent. The families are seeking unspecified damages from both companies. UPS, in a statement, says the lawsuit has no merit, according to USA Today. FedEx said it is committed to the lawful delivery of regulated items in its network. Well, President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, has been found guilty of violating laws meant to prevent drug addicts from owning firearms. The 12-person jury deliberated for just under 3 hours. The charges stem from Biden's purchase of a gun in 2018. The first 2 counts were for lying about his drug use on a federal background check form. The third count was for possessing a gun while addicted to or using illegal drugs. Hunter Biden could face up to 25 years in prison and a fine of up to $750,000. With summer right around the corner, one outdoor Tri-Cities facility is now closed. Benton County Commissioner Jerome Delvin says they passed the resolution to authorize staff to shut down the Horn Rapids campground facility for campers. He says people who planned ahead and reserved a spot for the season will still have their reservations, but no new ones will be accepted. The reason for this closure was due to short staffing and vandalism being done to the property and trying to figure out a new payment method. Delvin says this closure allows them to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to keep the park open effectively.
Automated pay system so people could just show up, and pay like some of the state parks and the federal parks have. Some kind of a payment system. Right now, people have to write checks or cash, and that just puts, a burden on the employees trying to account for all of that.
He says they are aiming to reopen the campground up by next spring or summer, but for now, people can still be out there for daytime hours. The University of Washington's week-long faculty field tour kicked off this week. The bus tour is meant for faculty members that are new to Washington to learn about the communities in our state that students come from and learn from university leaders and their colleagues in other disciplines. The tour travels around 1,000 miles across Washington.
Our relationship with the state is really reciprocal. We learn from the state, we teach, and we have impact in the state of Washington, and so it's really a wonderful opportunity for us to get to know the place that we care about and that we teach about.
And so I think understanding where people come from, understanding their lived experiences, understanding their values and what they need to make a living is really critical.
The bus tour stopped in Toppenish yesterday to visit the Yakima Valley Farm Workers Clinic and Heritage University. They spent the night in Richland and will travel on to Spokane, the Colville Reservation, and the North Cascades during the rest of the week-long tour. Coming up this morning, a groundbreaking ceremony on a project that will increase the number of beds available to people living with both substance use and mental health disorders. Triumph Treatment Services in Yakima is launching its Inspirations expansion. Inspirations is a 16-bed intensive inpatient facility. The building is an old nursing home, so it needs a partial remodel and an expansion to expand its capacity. The first phase of the expansion will double its capacity from 16 beds to 32 by the end of 2025. Triumph breaks ground on this project at 11:30 this morning at 3300 Roosevelt Avenue in Yakima. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Amazon facing legal claims. This after more than 15,000 drivers filed claims against the company. Details coming up in your business headlines.
You got 4 days, and 4 days only to save like never before. During the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or 5 years no interest and no down payment. But hurry, the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Welcome to our annual gathering, the NBA Finals. Here we go. At the center of it are 2 exceptional teams, and yet you're all a part of it. But remember, no one sifts the champagne until a champ is crowned.
Here's to feeling at home on mountain trails, playing by the river all day, exploring your favorite off-beaten paths and terrains, or simply savoring your favorite foods. Here's to Subaru season. Experience all our hometown summers have to offer with the new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru. Your way home.
Get a new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru today with 2.9% financing.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Choice Student Checking. Open yours today at any Yakima Federal Savings and Loan.
If you're only using facial moisturizer in the morning, did you know the best time for skin renewal is at night? Olay Retinol 24 renews millions of surface skin cells while you sleep. Wake up to smoother, younger-looking skin with Olay Retinol 24.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, June 20th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
At Denver Mattress, we're all about that sleep life. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get 5 years, no interest, no down payment, plus free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
The local fight over wind turbines. Apple Valley News Now tonight following the NBA Finals.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your business headlines, Amazon contract drivers want more benefits. The drivers say they are minimum wage employees who should have overtime rights. Yesterday, more than 15,000 of them filed arbitration claims against the company. Flex drivers are contract workers who deliver same-day packages for Amazon. Right now, Amazon classifies them as independent contractors who earn between $18 to $25 an hour. But lawyers for the drivers say Amazon only says the drivers for a predetermined block. So if a driver books a 3-hour block, they only get paid for those hours, even if deliveries take more time. And workers want to change that. So why arbitration and not just a flat-out lawsuit? Well, drivers had to sign an agreement with Amazon that forbids them from taking legal action. 4 more states have joined the U.S. government's landmark antitrust suit against Apple. According to a court filing yesterday, Indiana, Massachusetts, Nevada, and Washington have joined the lawsuit. That brings the total number of non-federal plaintiffs to 19 states, plus the District of Columbia. The U.S. government and the states sued Apple in March. They accused the iPhone maker of illegally monopolizing the smartphone market. The filing comes a day after Apple announced artificial intelligence enhancements to its mobile and desktop operating systems at its annual developers conference. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, many streaming services are increasing their prices for the summer. We have which services are upping their prices and tips on how you can cut back on spending. But first, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your First Alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
The back end was in the back seat. There was nothing left of the rear.
Danny was in pain, and the insurance company was giving him the runaround.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company that I didn't have. I felt very comforted. I felt like I was going to be taken care of, that I didn't have to worry about it.
The insurance company couldn't run around me, and Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
My family's been serving the Tri-Cities for 85 years at Griggs and the Tri-Cities Ace stores.
And we have some deals we don't want you to miss.
Get ready for hot weather. This fan is the steal at $27.88.
A grill makes a great Father's Day gift. We have many in stock at great prices.
Steel weed trimmers, a great value at $149.99.
12 different Craftsman tools, great Father's Day gifts, only $14.99.
See all the deals using this QR code. Come see us at Griggs and the Tri-Cities Ace stores, and thank you for your business.
Hi, this is Paul Wood at Woods Nursery. We're in Richland on the way to West Richland. We have the largest inventory we've ever had at this time of year, and now is a great time to plant. We've got fountains too, over 60 of them to choose from. Flowering trees. We have 5 acres of nursery stock. It's absolutely full this year, and we'd love to see you come out and join us. And we appreciate your business for over 50 years, Woods Nursery.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
So we spend a third of our lives sleeping. Shouldn't we try to get the best sleep possible? That's why Denver Mattress is all about that sleep life. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit for only $299.99, or save $100 on any Doctor's Choice Original, or get 5 years no interest, no down payment, plus free shipping. Improve your sleep life one night at a time. Only at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
More and much larger wind turbines could be coming.
As big as a Space Needle, we're going to see them from miles away.
But one local group says not here.
This just is not the right place.
The battle over wind power. Apple Valley News Now tonight following the NBA Finals.
Next Live. Actress Amy Ryan. Plus, a performance from the cast from the most Tony-nominated play in history, Stereophonic.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. If you were with us yesterday, I briefly talked about this, and this is just another reminder that it's a pretty neat opportunity going on. The National Weather Service, our local office out of Pendleton, Oregon, putting on a storm spotting class called Skywarn. It's going to be held tomorrow at 6:30 in the evening. It's a free class. It lasts about 2 hours. It'll be held in the Benton County Emergency Services Building in Richland, and you need to sign up and register if you want to go to the class at weather.gov/PDT. And I've been to a couple of these classes. They are very educational if you're interested in weather and want to learn more about weather and how to become a storm spotter for the National Weather Service. You definitely want to check that out. Right now, we're looking at a lot of sunshine out there. Just a few mid-level clouds streaming in across the sky out of our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam in Richland. All is quiet, but we are a bit colder this morning compared to yesterday morning, anywhere between 8 and about 15 degrees colder all across the Columbia Basin. That puts our numbers in the 40s and 50s. So it's 45 currently in Tri-Cities, 48 in Yakima, it's 53 in Toppenish, 44 in Prosser, 52 in Walla Walla. So you may want to grab that light jacket before stepping out the door this morning, whether you're going to work or maybe you're going out to walk the dog. At least the wind is not going to be an issue today. Right now, those winds are out of the south and southwest anywhere from 5 to about 11 miles per hour. Here's the weather pattern. We're going to be a little bit cooler today behind the front that came through yesterday, and the winds have relaxed. So that is good news. That is good news for all the fire crews that were battling the wildfires yesterday that spread because of the high winds. Tomorrow we heat back up as high pressure moves back in briefly. But watch what happens. Look off to the west. We're tracking a big upper level system that is going to bring a dip in the jet stream onto the Pacific Northwest, and that's going to bring us more clouds, more wind, and a big cool down as we head into Father's Day weekend. So some big changes on the way. If you're sick of the heat, just wait a few more days. It'll be really nice as we head into the weekend. Today, not bad. Sunny, seasonable. This is right around average for this time of year. 82 in the Tri-Cities, 78 in Connell, 78 Walla Walla, 81 in Hermiston, and Toppenish and Yakima should climb to around 80 degrees. If you plan on doing any boating today, the weather looks great. Rain chance is at 0%. Winds will be variable 5 to 10. Water temperature still in the 50s, so it's still cold. And that UV index even higher today. So make sure you apply the sunscreen and be sure to grab the hat before heading out on the water. Tomorrow, warmer again, mid to upper 80s return, but that will be short-lived as look at this cool down. The wind will pick up. Friday, we're down to 80, and then how about middle 70s this upcoming weekend for Dad, lows in the 40s. We're talking about some chilly mornings ahead. 80 degrees in Yakima today, 84 tomorrow, 76 Friday, 69 Saturday and Sunday. It's going to feel more like late April, early May this weekend. What a treat. This typically doesn't happen this time of year. 78 today in Walla Walla, 86 tomorrow, and then 70s Friday, dropping to 70 on the dot Saturday, Sunday. Hermiston, 81, 87 Thursday. A few more clouds. The wind picks up Friday, Saturday with highs in the lower 70s Saturday and Sunday. Jill?
Thank you, Tiffany. As streaming services like Apple TV+, Netflix, and Spotify and more have raised their profile with new shows and new stars, they've slowly been raising their subscription prices too. And for some, it's just in time for the summer. Karen Kafa has a look at the price hikes consumers may have missed and also how to cut back some spending.
Escaping the summer heat to the air-conditioned comfort of a binge watch is getting more expensive.
If your original plan was, well, I'll save money, I'll get rid of cable, I'll have 1 or 2 streaming services. Now you need multiple streaming services, and you're more or less right back to what you were spending when you had cable, the other day.
Among streamers increasing prices this summer, NBC Universal's Peacock, with higher prices for monthly and annual plans starting in July. Max, the streamer of Warner Brothers Discovery, CNN's parent company, will raise prices on its ad-free services by $10 to $20 annually starting in July. And Spotify will also boost costs for U.S. subscribers starting in July. The price hikes come as streaming media companies face their own increases in the cost of doing business as they expand content offerings to keep up with one another.
You have all these services all creating their own original programming, which is expensive to create. And in turn, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for those services.
Nicholas DeLeon, senior tech reporter for Consumer Reports, says streamers will likely experiment with different offers like lower price tiers with ads to keep inflation-weary subscribers tuned in.
Expect to see more bundles, expect to see more promotions. If you buy this product, we'll throw in that service, that type of thing. So it's a little bit chaotic, but that makes it fun.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, you typically don't see a porch pirate in action, but that's not the case in this next story. We take a look at this thief that steals a package off someone's porch right in front of a delivery driver.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all electric. What you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Why do you Goodwill? Well, there are countless reasons.
I come for the thrill of a deal, and I never miss out on the 50% off tag.
I like to hunt the bins for hidden gems.
Goodwill lets you define your style with unique gifts and treasures around every corner.
And giving back to your community just feels wonderful.
With hundreds of reasons to shop at Goodwill, you can feel great about knowing 95.7 cents of every dollar you spend helps your community. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
Okay, ideas. Where are we going?
I got
Oh, I got an idea.
I feel hungry.
Let's go.
Whatever your vibe.
Tacos.
Definitely tacos.
Find it in the all-new, all-hybrid Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Listen up. I devised a plan to find better home internet, guys. Madison, you scout the web for the best deals. Peggy, you monitor our projected data usage. And Ellen...
Avoid that hassle and go with U.S. Cellular Home Internet. No more guesswork, and it is faster than ever.
All right, new plan. You sign us up for U.S. Cellular Home Internet. Clipper and I will try it out by streaming the game in our new sports theater.
Is that a grill?
And a hot tub for you.
U.S. Cellular new and improved home internet. Just $34.99 when bundled with a wireless plan.
Free flags, sweet treats, and more. Hi, I'm Stacy Lee with Apple Valley News Now's Great American Flag Giveaway. This Friday, starting at 11, come to Tri-Cities Chaplaincy, where the first 50 guests get a new, full-sized American flag.
At Tri-Cities Chaplaincy, our goal is to guide the community to live their best lives, even and especially through the end of life. Come learn about our programs and pick up an American flag at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy. Visit us June 14th from 11 to 1 at 1480 Fowler Street, Richland.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all electric. What you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough This Smart can only be called F-150.
The local fight over wind turbines tonight following the NBA Finals.
Here's your close to home segment. We are talking about temperatures in the 40s and 50s this morning. A little bit of a chilly start, definitely cooler than where we were at this time yesterday morning. Keep that in mind. 45 in the Tri-Cities. We're at 45 in Prosser, 53 in Toppenish, and 49 degrees in Yakima. Today, we will be a bit cooler compared to yesterday. We saw 90 yesterday in the Tri-Cities. It's only going to be 80 in Yakima today, 80 in Toppenish. We're only talking about 80 in Sunnyside, 82 in the Tri-Cities, so a good 8 to 10 degrees cooler than yesterday, all thanks to that front that moved through in that system. 79 today in Prosser, 81 in Hanford and in Hermiston. And we're talking about upper 70s returning to the blues. 78 Walla Walla, 78 Milton Freewater, and 76 degrees in Dayton. Jill?
Thank you, Tiffany. Check this out now. Many online shoppers fear porch pirates, thieves who steal packages sitting outside their homes. But in Columbus, Ohio, one daring thief did it right under a delivery driver's nose. Just as the FedEx worker dropped the box, the porch pirate swoops it up. Jeannie Mose breaks down the swift heist, which was caught entirely on camera.
The FedEx guy delivers a package. Knock, knock. Oh. Who's there? An alleged thief left the FedEx guy stunned as the homeowner answered the door.
He just took your package.
It happened in Columbus, Ohio.
I sat down and I thought I heard a movement.
The homeowner was just as shocked.
They didn't even wait for the delivery driver to leave the porch. Swooped in real quick.
Swooped in and swiped Kyle Dortch's brand new Apple Watch. Commenters were irate. The nerve. Disgraceful. Now that's brazen. Columbus police say they're investigating. We've seen bad deliveries, like when this guy tossed a computer monitor over a gate, and heroic deliveries, like when a FedEx driver in Nebraska found a rattlesnake on the doorstep, got a rake and spade, and killed it.
Basically, you just whack them with a shovel.
Yeah, kinda.
But you can't blame this FedEx delivery man for not trying to stop the thief. At first, he seemed to mistake the hooded guy for the homeowner. A blue Honda arrived just as the package was being delivered, and the thief left in it, according to the homeowner.
But it absolutely positively has to be there overnight.
Even if it gets stolen 4 seconds after delivery.
Oh.
Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, gusty winds fan the flames of multiple vegetation fires across our region. We've got the very latest. The Yakima Police Department releases new information about a shooting outside the Seasons Performance Hall and the victim of this crime. And recognizing the signs of domestic violence, how early intervention could save someone's life. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jill Sperling. It is Wednesday, June 12th. We'll get to our local fire coverage in just a moment, but first let's check in with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, after yesterday, I'm sure many people would like to see calmer conditions today. What do we have in store?
We're in luck, Jill, because the winds have already calmed down and winds are going to be much lighter today. But no wonder the winds were an issue yesterday. Look at these wind gusts. Tri-Cities recorded a wind gust of 47 miles per hour yesterday. Ellensburg got up to 46. Pendleton, 44. Hermiston, the peak gust 41. In Yakima, the highest gust was 40. And Walla Walla, 35 miles per hour. It was certainly a windy day